going on, guys? Yeah, I know. We just literally finished the G6 build and stepping right into another one. This one here is the Gmade GS01 4-wheel drive Sawback. I know you guys have probably seen a bunch of unboxings already, and that's all good and well. Figure for those of you who haven't, we're going to go through pretty much all the little goodies that are with it. So I know the tires and wheels that come with it, but of course they're also marked on the box. For wheels and tires, they come with the VR01, which are plastic 1.9 bead locks. Those are going to be getting swapped out probably for just to throw a little hint at you guys, let you figure out what that is. But it comes with the VR01s with a set of MT1901 off-road tires, which they're really actually a great tire. I've used them on my G2, and they grab like a X2SS Baja Claw, but they're just a wider tread pattern. Now moving on, the exterior of it is accessories, a realistic look to include decals, driver seats, steering wheel, shifter, mirror. The windshield plastic parts are the highlight that show the quality of the plastic body shape, seeing how this is not a hard body. The windshield can be folded down on the hood just like a real one, or it can be held back up. The one thing I do like is it's got an adjustable battery plate on it. So if you're running a larger battery, a fatter battery, you can stretch that battery plate out. And if you're running a short battery, say like this little tiny 3800 pack, you can shrink down the battery plate so it'll fit it and hold it. One of the coolest features I thought about it was the receiver box. It looks like a LS Corvette motor, but the receiver box is intended to look as a real engine cover and function. The receiver box, as we all know, is to protect your receiver from getting dusty. And on this one, the top cover, I've been doing this to stock axial ones for forever. If I'm not using them for the receiver, I'll cut the back side of the receiver box. As a matter of fact, the G6 is that way, and you can fit an AE2 inside of there. They give you, it's already cut out underneath, and the top piece of it covers over the top of the ESC. Plus you still have room to mount your receiver inside of it, which is really cool. Transmission is the same exact identical one that you find in the Gmade R1, which since I don't candy coat anything, I was not impressed with the transmission in the R1. Hopefully it does a better job in the Sawback. If not, it's easily swappable for an SCX to give you more speed, more torque, more control, and not as much noise. Moving over again, the front axles are now a solid cast one-piece design, and of course they're plastic with your knuckles, hubs, and lockouts on the rear. One piece for maximum durability and easy maintenance, which all you do is you pop the diff cover off, which by the way the diff covers are metal on it. Axle's been designed to feel as a real car axle. An additional chrome metal differential cover highlights for more details. Both front and rear axles have solid differential gears to provide stronger driving force in any condition. The frame is basically a standard C-channel side rail frame, except this one has been chromed, or nickel plated rather, to look glossy and resistant to corrosion. The skid plate on this one is a big step up, because instead of normally having your skid just stop, it actually slopes up on the end, so that'll keep you from hanging up on rocks. The suspension, this one is leaf sprung. It's internal spring shocks, CNC machined aluminum, added to absorb the excessive shock beyond the leaf spring travel and fall out. And then I don't know, the box is kind of a teaser, I'm going to have to look in it to see, but it says using U-bolt enables to hold the axle and leaf spring securely and provide many types of setup for various conditions of driving surfaces that will result in good driving performance. It's always a little bit confusing with a Gmade kit because they kind of say things a little weird. But since we know this is a kit, it basically means you're going to need radio system, so radio receiver, motor, speed controller, servo, and depending on your speed controller, either a 6-cell nickel metal hydrate battery or a 2-cell LiPo or 3-cell LiPo. I really probably wouldn't recommend running this on a 3-cell because it'd probably tear the transmission apart unless you modify it. But enough the technical crap. Let's let this box slide its way down so we can see what we're doing here, and pay no attention to the projects in the background. I will be getting to those at a later date. So, of course, sticker sheet, instruction manual. We've got our interior pieces, our seats, steering wheel, steering columns, body posts, and our flop down mirror. Go inside of here, we've got our motor covers, some zip ties for the battery, which is standard, which is another thing that's a little bit of a gripe. Skid plate, and our nickel-plated frame rails and bumper. This here, okay, it does come with U-bolts, so here's all our shackle mounting hardware, our springs, the U-bolts, and a lot more zip ties. This bag here is everything we're going to need to assemble the internal spring shocks, which basically look like the Yodas. And here is the transmission. Like I said, the same thing as the R1. I might be doing away with this in favor of an SCX. I don't know. We'll try it stock, and then we'll try it the way I think I know it's going to perform. This bag here is basically just parts trees. Comes with the axle housings, which, if I'm not mistaken, the kit even said it came with spare axle housings, which I'm not seeing, so I don't know. Might have been me just being extremely late and ordering stuff as I usually do, or not, but servo bracket, axle housings, grease, nice feature versus some of the other things I've seen. Full ceramic bearings in it, diff covers, bevels are in here. They're a Tamiya style differential in it. Basically just parts trees for the shocks. We've got the plastic VR01 beadlocks. The main focal point of it, the Jeep body, Lexan. Not bad, but we all know how Lexan performs. And then, of course, last but not least, is the MT901s, which these, they say soft on the box, but I'm going to tell you right now, these things feel like I'm holding rocks. It's okay, I've got a little treatment for these that'll make them stick a little bit better. Plus, like I said, I might not even be using these, so you never know. So with that done, as always, just like the G6 build, I'm going to squeeze every bit of air out of this and leave the box in the background because, yes, we're doing yet another build series again. This one's probably not going to take that long, seeing how there's not really that much to put together, so my options too as far as electronics so far, I'm thinking I'm going to take and swap the electronics that are in the Energy Recon 1, swap those over because it's just an AE2 with a Holmes 35 turn, and in place for the G6 I'm going to run this brand new BRXL with either a combination of, well, here's the kicker. I've got a brand new RC 4-wheel drive AX2 2-speed. Thought about slamming that in there too, but then I've also got other projects sitting behind that box that could use it. And they could also use this 13-turn Crawlmaster Pro. Because if you guys remember back in the day, this was the motor I ran on Showtime with the AX2 and it had great results. But if not, I do have another motor. And this one is a motor that was given to me by a very good friend of mine, and still to this day do not understand why he gave me a motor that's as expensive as this, but it's 35 turn. So I probably might throw this one and the BRX all over into the G6, take the motor and ESC out of that one and throw it here in the Sawback. Decisions. I know it shouldn't be that hard to do, but I don't know. We're going to see how this goes together first, because I do think, depending on if it'll work or not, I know Energy just came out with a set of D90 all aluminum axles. And after I put this together, I might be ditching the stock axles, and if they're the same lengths, I'll be dropping a set of full aluminum D90s that are pretty much identical to the ones that are in the G6, except they're narrowed down and leaf spring compatible. So, enough wasting y'all's time. That pretty much right there in a nutshell. This is the simplest build I've done yet. I mean, as far as parts go, there's not really all that much there. So this rig, like I said, should go together faster than the G2, and the G2 literally only took me 4 hours. So while y'all are watching this, I'll be busy putting it all together, and we'll have it done, painted, and out on the trails pretty soon. So as always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Later, guys.